Right then, so as we know, Inoue beat TJ Doheny in the 7th round. And yes, I'm now here to talk about the truth of Inoue versus TJ Doheny. Check out my fight review if you guys haven't already, but now I'm just doing a complete aftermath of the fight and what could be next. But yeah, obviously, first of all, I think it's safe to say it's going into the fight, it wasn't exactly the fight, a big fight that we were really excited for to see in No Way In, because I think we knew, TJ Doheny isn't really in his prime. Obviously he was a world champ back in 2018, not those years behind him anymore. And he's 37 years old, so we weren't really expecting much from Doheny. So it wasn't one that many boxing fans all over the world were really hyped for, but it's an Inoue fight, so we're gonna watch it anyway. Overall as well, though, Doheny did better than what I think a lot of us thought, and there were close rounds in that fight without a shadow of a doubt. I thought before the stoppage, I thought Doheny was able to pick up like 2 rounds or something and made some of the others close. And it was basically in round 6 where it was clear to see that Inoue started to really take over of the fight, and you just knew 100% it was going his way. But that said, though, we were never really in any doubt from what was happening throughout the rounds anyway that Inoue was going to lose. Like, TJ showed us nothing to say, oh, TJ could actually do it here if he keeps a certain rhythm up. But no, TJ didn't show that. He made rounds close, but it was clear to see eventually Inoue was going to break him down slowly but surely and eventually get him out of there. And that's what Inoue was able to do. And that's what basically all of us expected, really. But yeah, TJ, I thought did pretty well behind his lead hand, setting up his shots quite well behind there, and was able to catch Inoue off guard at times, surprisingly, to be fair. So Doheny did well there, had a decent jab, showed some decent body work as well. But from Inoue, looking at how he fought the fight, it wasn't the most exciting fight ever. Like, it wasn't like Inoue versus Fulton where there was loads of drama in that one. Like Inoue Neri where, there was quite a lot of drama in that one. It wasn't like those fights. This one wasn't exactly a real exciting fight. But, as I said, looking at it from Inoue's perspective, there were improvements in Inoue's game, and I think he fought the right fight. Because obviously, last one against Neri, he got dropped. And this time it was clear to see Inoue wasn't wasting his punches at all and was accurate and was always accurate when he threw, not wasting any combos, not overthrowing anything. Like, Inoue was setting up his shots really well and always landing. It was accurate, didn't really miss Doheny. And that's what Inoue worked on. Didn't throw away any stupid punches or make any mistakes where he could get caught. Inoue fought a very smart fight, was good with the feints, was good at being able to back Doheny up. And, it just shows what an absolutely incredible boxer Inoue is. And, he just goes back to the drawing board straight away where he didn't lose the fight. Like, after getting dropped, he, had to make some slight tweaks, and they showed against TJ. They really did. I mean, yes, Doheny's not exactly right now the highest level of fighter, but, it was still clear to see from the way Inoue fought the fight, though. He took no risks no matter what, and was just always accurate with his punches, and that's what we need to see from Inoue. But yeah, it was an action-packed, though. It wasn't an action-packed fight. It wasn't too exciting. It wasn't a fight that had you on the edge of your seat. But it was close. It was close. Rounds were close, but it's because but the rounds were mostly close, in my opinion, because of how smart Inoue was. It wasn't because TJ was absolutely, looking really good and on his guard, even though he looked better than we thought. But he wasn't out. TJ wasn't absolutely outstanding. It's just that Inoue was taking his time with it, picking his punches, and just very slowly and gradually just, beating down TJ for Inoue to eventually get the stoppage. It was all Inoue. He was dictating the pace route. And, people were like, oh, it wasn't an absolutely amazing performance from Inoue. I thought it was a good performance. I thought it was a very good, amazing performance from Inoue. He did what had to be done. The fight wasn't great, but overall, the performance from Inoue was good because of how smart he was and, how he went about finishing the fight off. Obviously, as well, the stoppage, loads of people were talking about it. Did Doheny quit? Kind of not. I mean, his back looked gone right after that body shot at the end of round 6, though. And then, he was and then Inoue just was pounding at him once again. So that sounded a bit weird. He was just going at him once again with some big shots. And eventually, TJ's back just went and kind of did quit. But it's like he clearly wasn't in the state to continue, though, because even, going backstage back to the locker room, he was screwed. The back was screwed. He was limping back with his 2 trainers helping him out. And I think it was those brutal body shots from Inoue that really took it out of him. And I said it yesterday in my post-fight review that Inoue's shots are just so unpredictable. You can't see them coming, and they're the ones that hurt the most because he was going up top, always looking up top, and then he'd somehow just go in for a really surprising one to the body, which would just take it out of Doheny and just completely screw him. And that's what Inoue did so bloody well in that fight. He was so accurate and so smart with the punches that he threw and the punches that he ended up landing. So, overall, it was absolutely fantastic stuff to see from Naoya Inoue once again. But, as we know, it wasn't the fight we ideally wanted to see, but Sam Goodman was injured. But, I think Sam Goodman should be next. Then Inoue should probably move up to featherweight after a Sam Goodman win, in my opinion. That's what I think should happen. But, overall, interesting stuff. Do I think it did big views or pay-per-view buys? No, I don't think it would have done as many as what normal Inoue fights do. And, the views that they get. But it wouldn't do numbers like the Fulton one or the Tupperlez one or the Nary one. I don't think it'd do those. Wouldn't have done those numbers. But obviously, everyone always wants to watch Inoue anyway. But anyway. Thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit.